Amason Jeffah Kingi was born in 1974 in Magarini constituency, Kilifi County, on the beautiful coastal of Kenya. He was into a modest family in a region known for its fishing communities, small-scale farming, and coastal trade. From a young age, Kingi demonstrated a keen interest in learning, driven by both curiosity and ambition. His formative years were shaped by the rhythms of coastal life, where community, tradition, and resilience were central to everyday living. Kingi began his formal education at Magarini Primary School before attending Kamale Primary School and Kambiawaya Primary School, reflecting the common practice in rural Kenya of moving between schools for better opportunity. His academic talent and disciplined approach stood out early, earning him recognition among teachers and peers. In 1989, he was admitted to Alliance High School, one of Kenya's most prestigious secondary schools, known for producing many of the country's top leaders. He completed his secondary education in 1992, demonstrating both intellectual rigor and leadership potential. His early exposure to a competitive academic environment laid the groundwork for his future career in law and politics. Kingi went on to study law at the University of Nairobi, Kenya's premier institution for legal studies. He earned a Bachelor of Laws (LLB) degree, combining a strong theoretical foundation with practical understanding of the law. Following his undergraduate studies, he joined the Kenya School of Law, graduating with a diploma in law in 1998. This qualification allowed him to practice as an advocate, and he was admitted as a fully accredited advocate of the High Court of Kenya, becoming a member of the Law Society of Kenya. Before fully committed to politics, Kingi worked as a practicing lawyer in Mombasa, Kenya's second largest city and a hub of commerce and industry. Between 2000 and 2003, he served as an advocate and partner at a private law firm, gaining experience in both litigation and cooperative law. During this time, he also served as a district coordinator for Kilifi District under the Constitution of Kenya Review Commission (CKRC), a role that exposed him to the intricacies of governance, law reform, and community development. His work with the CKRC gave him unique insight into the constitutional transformation processes that would later shape Kenya's political landscape. Kingi's political journey began at a relatively young age, fueled by his passion for law, justice, and community development. In 2003, he was elected Member of Parliament for Magarini constituency under the Orange Democratic Movement (ODM), making his entry into national politics. At the time, he was among the youngest MPs in the Mwai Kibaki government, representing a new generation of political leaders emerging from Kenya's coastal region. During his tenure as an MP, Kingi built a reputation for being an articulate legislator, a proactive constituency representative, and a dynamic policy maker. He was known for engaging with his constituents directly, prioritizing development projects that improve local infrastructure, schools, and healthcare facilities. His approach combined grassroots responsiveness with national-level advocacy, a rare combination that earned him respect across party lines. From 2008 to 2010, he served as Minister for East African Community Affairs, a key portfolio that required diplomacy, negotiation, and strategic policy planning. In this role, Kingi represented Kenya in regional forums, working to strengthen economic and political integration among East African nations. His tenure contributed to progress in cross-border trade agreements, regional infrastructure planning, and the promotion of Kenya's interest within the East African Community, EAC.
The common market comes with it 4 freedoms and two rights. The first freedom is the free movement of persons. So East Africans will be able to move freely within and among themselves.
No visas required.
No visa is required for East Africans to move within the region. Secondly, there'll be a free movement of labor or workers, so that a Kenyan will be able to go to Uganda and seek for employment, and he'll be able to get employment and he'll be treated just like a Ugandan. The other freedom is the free movement of capital. The other freedom is the free movement of services, so that as a doctor or as a lawyer or as a nurse, you can be able to go offer your services beyond the borders of your country within the region. The first right is the right of establishment, where one can go to another partner state and start a self-employment economic activity without necessarily being discriminated against. The other right is the right of residence, where you can seek to reside in another partner state within the region.
Does this become effective tomorrow, or there's a time frame to wait?
Well, the 1st of July, which is tomorrow, marks the official implementation of the Common Market Protocol. And the Common Market Protocol, unlike the Customs Union, which was launched in 2005, is not a one-day off. It just happened on the day it's launched. It is a process. So most of these benefits will be realized as we go, as we walk the journey.
When is the deadline when all partner states should have implemented the legal framework so that we can start benefiting these 4 pillars?
Well, the period within which the partner states have committed is between 2010 and 2015. So the last sector to be liberalized completely will happen in 2015. But quite a number of sectors will be liberalized almost immediately. Our argument now is, or whatever we have to do now, is to make sure that we do reforms. We carry out reforms on our legal systems and administrative systems to make sure that these commitments are actually the rest on a legal platform.
But that also will rely on the political goodwill of all 5 nations, and we've got 5 elections between now with Burundi this coming year all the way to when we're also expected to have ours.
I don't see a situation where this process will be hampered by whatever is happening, by the elections that are happening. It's a journey that the political leaders actually gave a blessing, and they knew very well that at some point we're going to elections, and still they gave their commitment, and I believe each partner state will be held against that commitment that it made.
The monetary units, for all this to be completely tied up, apart from the political goodwill and us moving forward with the signatory tomorrow, there's the monetary unit. When will that come into fruition?
Well, according to the integration calendar, we ought to have a monetary union protocol in place by 2012. Already we have begun engaging. The partner states have already begun talking on the modalities. We engaged a consultant to give us a report on how we would wish to move in this regard. A report is already out, and we are combing through this report to see how helpful it can be as we journey towards a monetary union.
And when will the sensitization reach the grassroots level so that they can also understand how they're going to benefit from this?
Well, it's already happening. So immediately it's launched, because what we have done now is to hire a consultant firm which is going to help us come up with a program for mass rollout of a campaign, of an awareness campaign. And I believe in the next 2-3 weeks, we should be able to hit the road running.
From 2010 to 2013, Kingi served as Minister for Fisheries Development, taking over from Paul Otuoma. This ministry was particularly significant for coastal regions like Kilifi, where fishing and marine resources underpin local livelihoods. Kingi championed policies to improve sustainable fishing practices, enhancing marine conservation, and support coastal communities economically. His work reflected a blend of practical policy making and deep connection to his roots on the Kenyan coasts. With the promulgation of the 2010 Constitution, which introduced devolved governance, Kingi became the first governor of Kilifi County in 2013, a historic milestone that placed him at the forefront of Kenya's new county governance system. His election marked a shift in political power as local leadership gained autonomy over development, resources, and governance. He was re-elected in 2017, serving 2 terms as governor until 2022, a decade that saw significant investment in infrastructure, healthcare, education, and public administration. His tenure as governor was not without controversy. While he spearheaded development projects, he also made policy decisions such as banning discourse at social events, which generated national debates.
Watoto wanaenda kule disco, badala ya kuomboleza inakuwa ni mambo ya wanafanya wanaingia mambo ya ngono kiholela. Mambo ya ukimwi imekuwa imezidi katika county hii kwa jumla, na hiyo yote inaendelea kwa sababu ya ile environment ya disco matanga. Kwa hivyo sisi tukisema tunataka watu wasifuate hiyo disco matanga, tufuate vile barua inasema ya gathering, tunasema hivyo kwa sababu tunajua adhari yake katika jamii, katika county hii na sub county hii in particular.
So we are saying that this ban is unconstitutional, it is illegal, and it is unacceptable. Discos are a source of livelihoods of people. We are taking our children to school because of the discos. People are eating food because of the discos. We are paying rent because of the discos. And the reasons ambazo amepeana bwana deputy commissioner, they are baseless. The reasons are baseless. They don't hold water. Why? Kwa sababu you cannot tell, huwezi kutuambia kwamba madisco ndio yanachangia kwamba watoto wanaingia mimba, watoto wanaacha shule. That is baseless.
They were doing it illegally. They have never, ukiwauliza kama wako na barua za kufanya hizo disco, they don't have them. So if we tell them now they must apply, then we are just following the law. We are not banning any disco. Disco zinaendelea katika maklabu na kila mahali kufuata kulingana na sheria ile imewekwa.
Despite these controversies, his governance style emphasized public participation, legal compliance, and structured development planning, earning Kilifi County recognition as a model in several aspects of devolution. In May 2022, Kingi made national headlines when he left Raila Odinga's Azimio la Umoja coalition to join William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza Alliance, bringing his own party, the Pamoja African Alliance, PAA, into the coalition.
Unfortunately and regrettably, Pamoja African Alliance had to opt out midway of Azimio for 3 fundamental reasons. Reason number 1, why we walked away from Azimio: the legal process for PAA to be legally in Azimio could not be completed, as it was frustrated by the flat refusal of Azimio to make available a copy of the Azimio agreement, which would have enabled PAA to table the same before our neck for ratification as demanded by the party constitution. Reason number 2, the dealings in Azimio are shrouded in disturbing deep secrecy and mistrust. Consultations and decisions are made by a few and forced down the throats of the majority of the constituent parties. Number 3, due to the above 2 reasons, it became difficult for power to pursue its 3-item agenda for and on behalf of our people within the Azimio configuration. Apart from the usual rhetorics during political gatherings, there is absolutely nothing to show in terms of commitment for the coastal people in the Azimio configuration. In the past and during campaigns, presidential candidates have always verbally promised the coast people heaven, only to forget what they promised once they got into power.
In September 2022, he was elected Speaker of the Senate of Kenya, securing 46 of 67 votes. At 48 years old, he became the youngest Senate Speaker in Kenya's history.
Mimi, Amason Jeffah Kingi, nikiwa nimechaguliwa kama Speaker wa Seneti, naapa kwa jina la Mwenyezi Mungu kwamba nitakuwa mwaminifu kwa watu wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, kwamba nitatekeleza kwa uaminifu na uangalifu kazi zangu kama Speaker wa Seneti, kwamba nitatii, nitaheshimu, nitahifadhi, nitalinda na nitaitetea hii katiba ya Jamhuri ya Kenya, na kwamba nitatenda haki kwa watu wote kulingana na hii katiba ya Kenya.
Taking on a pivot role in shaping national legislation, overseeing parliamentary procedures and representing the interests of counties at the national level.
Honorable Senators, as you may have noticed, the committee has found all the allegations against the governor not to be substantiated. Therefore, honorable members, the procedure to be followed in this case is that set out in section 33(6)(a) of the County Governments Act and Standing Order number 84(a), both of which provide as follows. If the special committee reports that the particulars of any allegation against the governor have not been substantiated, further proceedings shall, underline, shall not be taken under this section in respect of that allegation. Therefore, what this means is that insofar as the matter of impeachment of the governor of Meru, that matter is now put to rest by that report.
Kingi's political journey reflects the fluid nature of Kenyan politics, characterized by alliances, party realignments, and strategic coalition. Initially aligned with ODM, he later joined the United Democratic Alliance (UDA) under the Kenya Kwanza coalition, illustrating his ability to navigate shifting political landscape while maintaining a strong regional base. As founder and leader of Pamoja African Alliance (PA), Kingi has leveraged his party for consolidate coastal political influence, advocate for regional development, and negotiate power-sharing arrangements at the national level. His political trajectory highlights the rising importance of county leaders in shaping Kenya's national politics, demonstrating how effective governance at the local level can translate into significant influence on the national stage. stage. Kingi is married to Lizzie Kingi and the couple has 2 children. Despite a demanding political career, he has maintained a relatively private family life with limited public exposure of his children. Colleagues and observers often note his disciplined lifestyle and dedication to family, which complements his political personnel of accountability and leadership. As Governor Kingi oversaw a number of county-level planning initiatives, including the comprehensive Kilifi County Spatial Plan, which sought to manage land use, urban growth, and infrastructural development sustainable. He promoted devolution and participatory governance, ensuring that communities were consulted in policy making, including during the public engagement processes for the controversial Building Bridges Initiative BBI. Kingi's legal background has been a critical asset throughout his career. It enabled him to craft legislation, interpret governance frameworks effectively, and provide informed oversight in various ministerial roles. His legislative acumen has earned him recognition as a lawmaker who blends legal expertise with pragmatic politics. During his time in office, Kilifi County witnessed infrastructural growth, including the construction of roads, healthcare facilities, and schools. His administration prioritized youth empowerment, supporting vocational training programs and sports initiatives aimed at reducing unemployment and fostering community cohesion. Additionally, Kingi promoted marine conservation programs that sought to protect the coast fisheries and marine ecosystems while supporting sustainable livelihoods for local fishermen. Despite his achievements, Kingi's career has not been without controversies. Allegations have surfaced over time, though most remain unverified or unproven in court. In 2025, media reports suggested that some MPs had allegedly received up to 150 million in bribe to influence key legislation. As the Speaker of the Senate, Kingi denied any knowledge of or participation in such activities, emphasizing that no complaints had been formally raised to trigger an official investigation. Other allegations include claims of misuse of office and extravagant spending, with media reports suggesting misuse of public funds for personal travel and entertainment. While these claims circulated widely, official investigations have not substantiated them.
As the Speaker of the Senate, I have not received any complaint or information relating to bribery or extortion or any other corrupt practice against a senator from a member of the executive, ministries, department or agencies of government, a governor or other county government agencies. If I do receive such complaint, I am obligated and I will take the necessary stern action without delay. Now, honorable senators, concerns have also been expressed about the manner in which Senate has prosecuted its mandate relating to the impeachment hearings for the proposed removal of state officers. The conduct of the Senate in matters impeachment is a matter of public record. It does not show any consistent pattern of acquittal or confirmation of impeachment charges. Of the 19 impeachment proceedings that the Senate has undertaken since 2014, in 8 instances, the Senate has found the charges against the state officer to have been substantiated and has confirmed the impeachment. While in 9 instances, the Senate has found the charges not to be substantiated, and has not confirmed the impeachment against the state officers. Notably, in 2 instances, the Senate has dismissed the proposed impeachment for failure to meet the threshold of the law. The Senate has conducted the impeachment proceedings in accordance with the Constitution and the laws, and has made its determination on the basis of the evidence and the law. I repeat, the Senate has conducted the impeachment proceedings in accordance with the Constitution and the law, and has made its determination on the basis of the evidence and the law. In respect, as in the matters, in this respect, as in the other matters, the Senate welcomes information of any evidence of inducement or other impropriety by any senator for appropriate action in this regard.
Similarly, allegations of sexual misconduct and improper relationships have appeared in blogs and gossip sites, but there is no public confirmed legal evidence. Questions of conflict of interest arose in cases where judges presiding over appeal were reported to have close personal ties to Kingi, raising concerns about impartiality in judicial proceedings. Additional, some academic sources have noted procurement and governance challenges during his tenure as governor, though no legal convictions have been recorded. Amason Kingi's story is emblematic of a new generation of Kenyan politicians who blend professional expertise with political ambition. His rise from a coastal constituency to the Speaker of the Senate represents the increasing influence of regional leaders in national governance. His approach to governance, combining legal acumen, participatory decision-making, and strategic political alliances, offers lessons for emerging leaders navigating Kenya's involvement political landscape. Kingi has played a critical role in enhancing devolution, ensuring that county governments are active participants in the national policy processes. His leadership reflects the potential for regional voices to shape national legislation, advocate for equitable resources allocation, and influence major national policy decisions.